What is going on, everybody? Greg Ehrenberg here from Odd Shopper. We're about to break down this pretty small Saturday NBA slate from a prize picks perspective. As you guys come in, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you have any questions or comments for myself, join our Chalkboard channel. It is totally free to join Chalkboard. It is totally free to join our channel. There's a link to download it below. And we post additional bets in there. We post prize picks information. We answer your questions. We hang out, we split bets. It's been a good time and it's free. So what's better price than that? And yeah, this is a weird slate that we have for Saturday because there's only 3 NBA games. There's not a lot of motivation for some of these teams to win games. So we've got some really big spreads as well. So of the 3 games we have, we've got Denver, Utah does have a fairly tight spread, but Portland Clippers, the Clippers are favored by 17. And then we've got Timberwolves against the Spurs. Timberwolves favored by 14 in that spot. So that is going to form some of the props that I like for today over on PrizePicks. And let's get these on the screen right here. So these are the projections that we have over on our site. This is from our pick'em projection. So we have pick'em projections. This includes PrizePicks. This includes Underdog. This also includes No House Advantage. So if you guys are playing on these sites, you want a really cheap way to get access to our projections. You sign up for the first time, you get 50% off. So you get all these projections for as cheap as less than $5. And it's really useful data. You see here, we've got all the different props and not that many of them listed today, considering there's only 3 games and some of the weirdness with players on the injury reports. But still, we've got some ones that have fairly decent expected win rates. So you see we've got all the players in here. We've got the props. We've got the over-unders. We've got our projections, the expected win rate. Really valuable information that should help you guys build some winning cards over at PrizePicks. And let's get into some of the ones that I like the most based on our projections. Starting right at the top with Ivica Zubac. We've got Zubac here over under 10.5 rebounds. We've got him projected for 8.68. So we like the under here. And considering the Clippers are 17-point favorites in this game, I think it's pretty likely to think that we are not going to see extended minutes out of the Clippers starters. Team that's starting to gear up for the for the playoffs. And assuming they win, they are going to be able to avoid the play-in game. But there just isn't that much of a need for these guys to play big minutes. And that's been the case as of late in some of these spots. And especially, we always consider some blowout risk when there's a game that is this wide of a spread at 17 points. So we consider this takes some playing time away from Ivica Zubac, then I think it makes a lot of sense that we got him projected here for 8.68 rebounds when the prop line is 10.5. Now, let's talk about some of these players on the Minnesota Timberwolves because we've got a couple of projections here that look pretty good. And here's what I think is really important to look at when it comes to the Timberwolves. Even though this game is important to them, they're almost certainly going to win. They're 14-point favorites. The Spurs are actually motivated to lose this game to try to improve where they are at in terms of the draft heading into the lottery. And we've got Karl-Anthony Towns listed as questionable for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So that is what's going to make some of these props look pretty good when it comes to Minnesota. So Rudy Gobert over points, just something where he benefits from the absence of Rudy Gobert this year. Rudy Gobert would benefit from the absence of Karl-Anthony Towns. And I really don't expect Cat to play today. With Cat off the court, Gobert scores 16.1 real-life points per 36 minutes. We got him projected for 16.67. Makes sense. Positive matchup against the Spurs. We do have to be a little bit worried about the blowout risk, like I said before about the Clippers, but the spread is a little bit shorter for this game. And we've also got the Timberwolves playing on the road, which I think could help keep the game a little bit more competitive. So Gobert over 13.5 points. I think that makes sense. And the other one too, Anthony Edwards over 5 rebounds. So when it comes to Edwards and his numbers with Cat off the court this year, per 36 minutes, Edwards 5.77 rebounds per 36 minutes. So just like with Gobert, we've got him projected more or less close to what he's done this year with Karl-Anthony Towns off the court. Edwards, 5.81, a little bit of a boost, including the positive matchup against the Spurs, potential absence of Karl-Anthony Towns. So another prop that projects well for us that I think makes some sense. The same goes for Edwards over points. Now, I know we can't play the points and the rebounds props together, but just another one to consider, especially if you guys are building out multiple prop cards over a PrizePicks, that Edwards points also looks better in the absence of Karl-Anthony Towns. He scores 25.5 points per 36 minutes when Towns isn't on the court, and still that great matchup against the San Antonio Spurs. So looking through some of these top projected props, those are really the only ones that I like. And we don't have that many offerings. Once again, only a 3-game NBA slate. Maybe stuff will open up later on in the day as there's more information that comes out about the NBA games, maybe injury news, starting lineup, stuff like that. But at least as of now, you could also take a look at Zubac. Like I like the under for rebounds, Zubac's better than the under for points. Both of them project decently well for us, but still 62% win rate on Zubac's under rebounds compared to 54% for the points. So I think the way to go here is just a 3-leg just a 3-leg power play. I'd go with Zubats under 10.5 rebounds, Rudy Gobert over 13.5 points, Anthony Edwards over 5 rebounds. And I think that's the way we go. If other stuff opens up later on in the day, I'll be posting about it in our chalkboard channel. Like I said, link below, totally free to join. So go check that out. Also, guys, before you leave here, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you haven't signed up at PrizePicks yet, use the link we have below. It's going to get you up to a $100 bonus on your first deposit. So a short video today, but I mean, there wasn't all that much to talk about. There only being 3 games and a limited number of props. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Any questions, hit me up in chalkboard. Have a great weekend.